Hello everyone, it's SK95. Welcome back to more Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition. Last time, we managed to complete another Infinity mission involving Alexa the Skell Lover. And this time, though, I have some sad news. We cannot do this Infinity mission yet because, unfortunately, the mission requires us to get items in Frontier Nav. Yep, that is the one thing I don't like, and I have to bar myself off this mission again. So instead, I'm going to have to do something else entirely, which I can do. However, one of the mission requirements requires us to do a few things. First things first, go to the Frontier Nav and then make sure your revenue total is at 1,500 credits. A good recommendation would be to throw any high quality probe onto an area temporarily and not permanently put it there. Don't worry, you can put it back into a different spot at some point. Do not worry about stressing about the correct values right now, because we don't have much in Oblivia anyway. I might as well get the value up to the point where I can actually utilize this effectively. Besides that, though, yeah, this is one of the caveats I don't care about. By the way, value matters. Just make sure you have the right spot and you're good. Besides that, though, yeah. Anyway, get rid of the storage probe right here. Actually, the area still collects regardless of the probe placement site. So, arguably speaking, I can put a research probe right here and get 800, or I can put another probe over here, and then, or put a storage probe right here where I need to put it, and that way we have 8 over here. Very good, and this is a times 8 now, which means I get 80% increase. Next, to the last thing we want to do is actually very more simple. Research probes over here in order to get another 3 link. You need to have revenue total at 1,500 exactly. Or at least at the number you need to get. Now, this is actually one of the better spots to get revenue because that's an A rank revenue spot, so this is a perfect spot to grab, and it's actually pretty good. The thing we're going to be doing today involves something a bit more, what we say, a certain Skell lover would enjoy this immensely. By going back to the dang area known as the barracks interior, we can actually go check this out. And we are here. The mission requires us to talk to Commander Van Dam over here.
Working hard out there?
Hey there, are you getting all, you settling in all right? Getting used to life as a blade? Yes, indeed. Excellent, glad to hear it. I know you've been through the damn ringer lately, but you're still doing a good work. Ask anything to ask me about? Any worries, any requests? No need to hold back, I'm in a good mood today, so your head will probably stay on your shoulders. It's only natural for a commander to want to keep tabs on his people, right? So come on, lay it on me. I want to talk about Skells. Oh yeah, that's right, I forgot you don't have one. Wait, you don't even have a Skell license, do you? Whoops, sorry about that, oversight on my part. You need a license to pilot a Skell, see? We only issue them to blades of a proven track record. That way we know when they have the skill to make use of them. Given your track record, I'm tempted to issue one right now, but it ain't in our operating procedure. Wouldn't be fair to the others, you know. But to clear the license exam, it's all yours. There we go. We have 8 missions from each division. So first, mission 1 for the Pathfinders is install a data probe. This one's likely already done. For efficiency and interceptors, kill enemies in Noctilum. Harriers, also in Promodia, is going to be appear rare, so it's going to get a pain in the neck to grab and go after. Next one, Reclaimers, go after the Solar Ship map in Noctilum's Hojum Peaks. The next one, Curators, requires us to do things around the area on the map. Next one is Prospectors, which actually requires us to use Frontier Nav to get 1,500 credits in a single return. This is why I did that. Proficiency for Outfitters requires us to do an examination weapon from the Teller Division Drive and the Administrative District. And last but not least, Mediators require us to do 3 basic normal missions. Yeah, that's a big one. Once you get your 8 certifications done, go to Walter in the Hangars. Then once you pass the final exam, you'll be a Skell pilot. Pretty exciting, yeah? Ha, sure it is. But getting you in a Skell will be good news for us Blades too. I got high hopes for you. Good luck. Mission 1 is done. We've already gotten the Skell license receipt for number 1 done. Next up is the other missions. Now, 6 will be easy because we can just clear that on our own and not have to worry about it. In order to do other missions, any area with an exclamation mark on it, for example, there, and there, will actually be required for doing a mission. So, in order to do this in order, I'm going to do it in an order that's a little bit more sensible. However, I'm being blatantly honest with you, we can take more than one at a time. So, to do this one easily, I can actually do it like this instead of the other way. By going back up to Blade Tower, like right over here, and then going all the way over here and waiting a little bit before the character finally loads in. Turia over here is actually one of the characters you need. Hello, welcome to the universally renowned incredible house of fine wares, okay? I've been pondering how we can better serve our human clientele, you see. Victor General Kosyan suggests the quickest route is to be an immediate indication of our people through thorough and mutually beneficial business, didn't he? We decided to share technology we made on pride ourselves on with weapons. Everyone, yes? And a share of honest price, perhaps? Come to us all your needs from paper napkins and here's those generation ships. Alright, everything in stock here at Canada Incredible. Or at least that's what I was hoping to offer clients, yes? Because it sounds insanely profitable, doesn't it? This running a business stuff is hard, right? It's just one obstacle after the next. But now you come along, I think my luck might turn around, yes? Sir, so can I ask a favor? First, I'd like you to take a look at our ship, okay? It won't take much of your time, and I promise it'll be worth the trouble. Sure. Why is he happy about Manon? He doesn't like Manon that much. Then we have a deal. Many thanks. I can tell you'll be an excellent customer, won't you? And I promise to treat you with respect and integrity. So come and spend all your money at Canada Incredible's House of Fine Wares, okay? Okay, the first That's Incredible is actually one of the easiest ones to complete. Now that's resolved. I'll be on my way, okay? I'll explain things in more detail when we get the next week, okay? Oh, and right over there. You see that super amazing warp device Canada Incredible installed, right? Yes? Takes you directly to the man on ship, so fast, no? Speedy, convenient? Anyway, we'll be waiting for you there, okay? Yes, advanced races always have teleportation! Hey. This reminds me so much of Xenoblade Chronicles 1. Whee! The man on ship is another location, and it's honestly one of the more easy locations to go back and forth to. So I'm glad we are actually here after that one. So, let's go here first to get that extra little information. There are missions on the ship, and I'd recommend doing them for a bit. But right now, though, I'm not too concerned about them. Instead, we want to head all the way back to where he was found at and go and ask him a question. See what he really wants from us. Welcome to the man on ship. I think he'll join the rest of space in agreeing it offers the very finest in amenities, maybe? How'd you like to ride here? Our warp device packs a kick, yes? That's classic man on technology for you, from ether to weapon drives. We have it all, don't we? But maybe I should continue from when I left off earlier. During the time I took the move here after establishing our present relationship with your people, we met on create a number of items to sell, you see? They're based on market research and are guaranteed to hit the human spot. Or that was a plan, however, the culture barrier is harder to overcome than we thought. While the technology involved is practically primitive, we have an incredibly difficult time actually coming up with everyday products. From washing things in diluted chemicals to slathering paint on your faces, your human needs are, well, they're incredibly strange, aren't they? Inscrutable beyond the grasp of all logic even. Literally impossible to fathom, perhaps? Yes, that is it. We decided to forget all about everyday products to make weapons instead, since the needs of the most basic species are essentially the same in that area, aren't they? Some power, yes. Convenience. Deluxelessness. And man weapons have all that and more, okay? So I'm very, very certain humans will agree to buy so many butts. Well, the cultural barrier is pretty high, isn't it? I'm worried that humans might not understand how amazing these weapons really are, aren't maybe? So. This is where the favorite part comes in, alright? I want you to try some weapons that we made here in the field and go tell the other humans how amazing they are, okay? Word of mouth, right? I'll sell you one of our latest models to get you started, and if that's alright, take it and go hunt some ninjas called Quick Evilos, okay? 7 or so should be enough. Oh, and the more wild and flamboyant you can fight, the better advertising it's likely to make. You might even have humans lining up at our door. Ah, yes, alright. Canada Incredible's future is in your hands, you understand? Not exactly a difficult mission. Now, ironically enough, you can do another mission while doing this one. The other mission, the Outfitters, is basically the same thing. So let's go and grab that mission as well so we can actually go on our merry way, because quick evilos aren't even hard to find. Towler! Greetings. You must be the one undergoing the Skell license examination. I work with the Outfitters in product testing. I have 3 weapons for you today. You will use one of them to hunt engines. Remote weapons uses monitoring as a crucial source of data for arms manufacturer. Your cooperation in this process is most appreciated. He has 3 weapons for us. Basically a knife, an assault rifle, and a sword. Each one of them is a trial version though. Proficiency 6 is done. Thank you. Good day, sir. 1 done. 6 more to go. Yeah, that's fun. So it doesn't matter which one you pick, you only need to pick one of them. So let's temporarily lose our sword and trial sword instead. Ironically enough, it's level 20. It's actually decently powerful and it has a higher TP rating than what we have. You could also put in the other weapon for the trial assault rifle, but it's not necessary. So in fact, I'm not gonna bother with it and instead ignore it for now. Instead, we just need to go and hunt things that they were asking about and talking about. First things first, there's actually 2 of them next to each other right around here. That's incredible, and number 5, the person you get from the outfitters, is also nearby. So, we can actually go 5 and go here. The quick evios are actually much more centered in this spot where you first found the first placement site. It's far easier to go to this one than the other ones because you're going in past, well, less powerful enemies. Yeah, it's pretty easy. Now, you equip the weapon that those men on actually gave to you. You're probably wondering what the weapon is. Good job, me. I completely mixed up which weapon he was looking at. Whoopsie, I was mixing between guns and dang swords. These guys are right here. I'm gonna kill them all, and then I'll be back. This part of the mission is now done. We're actually close to another thing we want to do, though. So I'm gonna get 5 out of the way while I'm here, because, duh, it's easy. So by climbing up, there's actually another mission over here for later, but right now I'm not too concerned by it. We can do it at any time, and I recommend being higher level for this one. Mainly because it's not as friendly as you may appear to be. Ugh, don't remind me of that mission. That mission, for whatever reason, is just mean. Well, it's not the mission that I'm talking about. It's a mission after it that's actually far worse. So let's go and grab these 2 items and get 5 a little bit done. That one's done with that. Now we just need to get 3 more and then we're done with number 5. For at least one part of it. There are several parts of this mission. So, yeah, I completed Incredibles like nonsense. I recommend doing it like this because it's going to be a lot more time-consuming and tedious by just going every time, rather than just patiently going after one and focusing on one. Because these items are collectibles only, you're not going to be able to do it unless you collect all of them at once, so I'd rather just get this out of the way now. There is more around the area, and there's a tyrant literally right next to me. I could go up to Serene, but I really don't have a patience to deal with it. Plus, there's no benefit attacking a tyrant that you're basically above it in levels. The only reason you want to attack a tyrant at all is just free experience and nothing else. The only other thing I can think of is because unlike Xenoblade Chronicles 1, where it's far more valuable to go after a tyrant, or rather a unique monster, to get an infinity coin, you get nothing from beating a tyrant except for drops. Yeah, it kind of sucks, doesn't it, when you think about it hard enough. The main thing that's going to be taking most of my time, though, is going to be probably all those missions, because every single one of them requires us to deal with the man-on. However, as you can see, it's not above ground where the item is in question. It's actually underground near that cave. You can actually go there very easily. There is a downside, though. The cave itself is called Devil's Colony. Why know why it's called Devil's Colony? Well, it's less what you may think. It's not as bad as it may appear to be, however, it's a pain in the neck. There's a mission here later, but we can't do it right now. The worst thing about it is
Then bring it.
this guy. For whatever reason, no matter what, he always attacks you, no matter what issue it is, no matter what level you are even. It's one of those enemies that basically attack you regardless of level. I know I'm 10 levels above you, and the fact remains that it's not supposed to attack me regardless. Very annoying. Besides that, though, he's not much of a threat. There are several in the cave, so yeah, that's the issue. Thankfully, though, because it's so much above our lower level, we can actually just slip past areas, grab the item, and then leave, because we have no reason to fight him unless he stuns us. There isn't much of a concern to fight him right now. Oh no, Vesper, whatever shall I do? Anyway, don't care, didn't ask. Plus ratio. I'm gonna leave now and just get my number 5 out of the way. Yeah, not exactly too concerned. Because there's a mission coming here later in the future, I have no reason to do this mission completely all the way. So, I'm not gonna bother going and keeping in the Devil's Colony and just leave. Oh no, that tickled. Devil's Colony is more of like an obnoxious area besides that, but it's nothing too bad. Can you just healing for me, please? I don't care. Please, I do not care. Thank you. Ugh. They smell bad. I love saying that, by the way. I will love quoting that guy no matter what. Ironically enough, the next one that's actually for Mission 5 is actually far closer than you may think, and it's nearby Touch's home. So let's go back to where the the Nopon used to live, or rather are living right now, and just go on our merry way and grab the items. So besides that though, as you know fully well, there's another mission we need to do around the area that's involving enemies. As you can see, Lantas is level 12. Very easy. You can take care of these guys quickly and it's not exactly a threat. So I'm gonna cut the battle out, be right back.
Dinner is served.
2 is now complete. Good grief. I'm going to just go to the Tundra again and see if he has anything else for us to say. Welcome back. Advertising efforts go well, I hope. Not too stunned by the power of our weapon used effectively yet, are you? Yeah, customers dropping in asking about it already. Why don't you go ahead and hand that back to me so we can continue? Or I'm afraid I can't take it while it's so equipped, so forgive me. Yes, no offense. Make sure the weapon's not equipped, otherwise you cannot take it back. So get rid of the diagonal blades and then go straight back to what his weapon was before. I think I'll just make him take this temporarily. He's level 10 anyway. First weapon was level 10 anyway. Alright, welcome. How's your advertising go? Okay, return to me. Here you go. While you're out there advertising, we're in here inventing new equipment. So, here you go, okay? Much more crap back in this one, you see. Very, very powerful. So please go out there and share with the world, perhaps. Though I worry you just using it against any old engine will cross could muddle the message a little bit, wouldn't it? What sounds more impressive? Defeating one super strong enemy or a whole bunch of regular enemies? Which makes better advertising then? Strong! Right, we want impact, don't we? So taking down an infamous threat will raise your stats and make our weapon all overnight sensation at the same time, eh? Which means we will need to aim Union to aim higher as ever possible when picking your target, won't we? Something like a wave can Argus, maybe? Or even 2. Yes, 2 would be better than 1, wouldn't it? One is inside in your primordial, the other parents could match and use the time process, so it's pretty much perfect. Things go on, advertising yields results, we can call this model Evidentator! Perhaps. Or maybe it's Arskavator. Very well, very good, yes? Best of luck in saying those 2 are working nervous and the latest and greatest kind of incredible tech. We are in talks of our head office regarding production schedules for mass producing the latest model, you see? It's located in the arms manufacturers over in the administrative desk. Would you kind of maybe dropping in and giving me a report? We'll be dropping it off there instead. So, what you got instead is actually dual guns, so back on Prague you go. Yeah, not exactly hard to understand. Basically, a lot of them do electrical element damage, and it's actually pretty amusing, but not too bad. The weapon in question you go after, unfortunately for us, requires us to do something else. If you can tell, number 23. By the way, memory on this is a little foggy at best because of this area being... Well, I try to avoid it as much as possible in every single playthrough I do the game. It's something I don't like, and I typically don't. There is a pro placement site underneath above us, but we can't do it yet because guess what? Outside our reach. Boy, isn't that a convenient thing, isn't it? Everything's always outside of our reach, no matter what we do. So instead, you actually have to, well, climb up the base layer and then go straight up. Yeah, I don't like it either. So instead, you have to go up this way, if memory serves me correctly. Honestly, my memory on this area has been shoddy at best, so I really, really hope I'm doing it right, because it's been embarrassing for me to always be wrong and just lose the recording because I can't do it. You can slip past the area if memory serves me correctly here. Yes, indeed. Go up here, and there is a lot of high-level enemies. Don't worry, they are aggressive. However, these guys are eating, so he'll ignore you temporarily unless you get close. Slip past them and go behind the wreck trailer to grab the item in question. Very good for me, but now what you have to do instead is actually far worse. You see that entrance that way? Yeah, you gotta go that way. And no, it's not easy to avoid these guys either. Believe me, I have tried. So instead, I'm gonna have to go through the Stone Rock through Terrace. Or Terrace. Yeah, I don't like it either. You can just slip past the enemies and go near the Bluntas over here. They actually aren't threatening. But at the same time, I think I have to go to the right. So we're gonna have to slip by the walls. If he's going left and right, please turn around, wait for him to move. I can just stay back in the running circle. Thank you, game. Please run. Okay. Game's letting me run again. Sheesh. I don't know why it was restricting my movements. Come on. Come on, me. You can do it. Now, here's the catch. Here's the catch I don't like. Yeah, that's the problem. He can legitimately see me if he stays in this direction. Pretty much. If I just jump correctly and avoid enemies, I'll be fine, but these guys stand still, so I'm not confident in my ability to run. Finally, we're away from that area, so yeah, there is one of those enemies flying around, and you can actually force to engage in battle. There's also Scorpios hanging above, so watch out, because they get triggered if they get too close. If you get too close to them, so try to avoid them as much as possible. These guys are around my level at least, but I don't want to fight Grexes right now unless I have to. This is the best way to go about going through this area on your first trip here if you're under-leveled. So I strongly advise you just doing it like I do and just avoiding fighting. There's no penalty to not fight, so don't worry about it. But regardless of that, I can just... Nice crud. I hate Scorpios. Was looking up. Leonard Bridge, I finally have a landmark location. That means I can just skip here and go my merry way if I die. Haha! Sucker, I managed to avoid it. Oh, poor Irina, by the way. Irina died. Man, that's tragic. Anyway, running for my life now. Please, go away. Scorpio, please. Well, Alex is also dead. Can I please get out of your range? Thank you. Yeah, that has always been the latest favorite thing I hate about this area. There is a pro business over there, by the way, eventually, so I have to get there again, but do not really care right now. So, your target, over here. If you attack the other small enemies, it would have been far easier, so I recommend doing the other option. Let's shoot you. Shoot! I'll be right back after I kill these things. These guys are gonna take a while. Yeah, I don't like it either. This is another poison swamp. Not fun to deal with another one. And arguably speaking, I despise it for that case. Probably wondering where the placement site is. Well, it's not actually outside. It's actually far worse. Castaway Cavern is an area you're going to be going to later in the game that's actually required for a mission to go through. In fact, if you're going through here by a chapter, you can actually see this area being a little bit annoying. And you'd be correct. Since we have the area unlocked, we can actually come back here at any point we wish. I don't really care all that much. So instead, we're all done with that. We can actually just deliver the weapon back, and we'll be done with that, 2 of them. But at the meantime, though, we still have another ground to cover, and I'd rather make sure we get the other ones done first. So, let's go cut back to where the other enemies will be located. For Trial Knife, Trial Sword, and Trial Gun, Rifle, yes, all of them are required for each one of them, and it sucks. You have to go nearby to where you first found those high-level enemy Grexes. Yeah, it's not fun either, but it's a little bit more convenient that you make sure that you get this one out of the way now rather than later. Normally, I would go back to build that last bit of the mission and get rid of these bad equipment, but I really don't care that much. These guys aren't much of a threat. They're actually pretty much a joke. So I'm not going to be concerned by it. By the way, I have a lot of cutting to do in this episode because guess what? All the cutting was me fighting regular mobs. Yeah, I don't like it either. These Rexes are level 22 and above, so be mindful of your surroundings. Regardless, though, these guys aren't as bad as the other Grexes in the game. Nothing is as bad as level 40 Grexes. Oh boy. Oh boy. Giant Grex over here is, well, the target.
You wanna bring it? Then bring
I
it.
thought I hit you first. Game says no. So, next but not least, we have 2 more to go. The last 2 is, ironically enough, very simple to take down. All we have to do is finish a lot of affinity missions, and then we have one more big one to go down with. So, let's go back to the M terminal and get Canon Incredible's gun for this basic normal mission. And then, there you are. Hey. Excellent work, right? I've heard reports on how your results in our use of our latest weapon. Would be so good to return to me now, please. Anything that I can think of, yeah. I got some level ups from that fighting, and believe me, it's good. But at the same time, I will explain that later. Excellent work, great. I've heard reports on your results in our latest weapon. I'm using our latest weapon. Would you be so kind to return to me now, please? Many thanks. I'm shorting it because Manon take forever talking. You're as impressive as I heard, and I'm a genius for scouting you to head our field marketing efforts, right? Parts where you pretend to struggle or bleed really adds a sense of drama, you know? You're kind of a ham, but the good kind, right? Overcome the desirous of all desire odds of a weapon from Canon Incredible at your side. The egg copy practically writes itself, doesn't it? What? Yes, this is where you can find the unbeatable new weapon you've heard about. You're quite the savvy customer, right? This model here is a weapon that's a skew welcoming of Avriel's in blink of an eye. Welcome to one of our finest, very incredible house of fine wares, okay? Right, the cutting edge of the most advanced tech is all space of time, okay? Because your life could be gone. You better trust man on. Marketing. Incredible, I never dreamed this acumen would work so well, or so quickly, right? It's all thanks to you. I'll be sure to come to you straight away if I ever need help again. I hope we can be very, very good business partners and for a long time, alright? Well, this one was done. Because at Canon Incredible, integrity comes free, right, it's totally free, like included. You keep our business moving and we'll make your enemies go boom. It's back scratching all around at your friendly neighborhood, Canon Incredible. Come to us for all your needs, from paper napkins, interstellar generation ships. Yes, everything is in stock here in Canon Incredible. So much marketing. Kill me. That's a lot of reward money and a lot of experience. That's basically done with number 8. Yeah, that's another one already done. Yeah, that's basically one of the number 8s are done. Now, ironically enough, you only have to do one of them. You don't have to do all of them. So, AM Terminal, I have a lot of AM stacked up, so we can actually max out one of them and be done with the Sucker by Industries, which is actually what you want to get first. All products further upgraded. Really good. Now, I would recommend waiting on a little bit of other things right now. You don't want to invest in any more things now, but now we're done with that. There is one more thing to do. One singular thing to do. That is to collect proficiency, get rid of the last thing in the game, is a tyrant. Yeah, you only gotta do one of the missions. Technically speaking, you can do all of them if you really want to be an overachiever, but you don't have to do all of them. Because these guys are in the water, you're basically gonna have to lure it away first. So this Shock at the Flash is rare, but I've had weird luck with this guy. No matter what playthrough I do this game, this guy always pops up. Although I don't want his buddies popping into this fight, I don't think I have much of a choice. Come here.
Open fire. Follow me.
Yeah, looks like I'm attacking 3 at once. Ironically enough, this means I can actually get the effects of the Xenoblade at maximum at least, but not exactly difficult. Alright, that's it. There we go, out of the way. Power dive. And then you're avoiding me like the plague, of course. That's it. Bring up blade again. And then do this. There we go. And then followed up with a... Can you get your butt down here?
Doing good.
Really?
Your turn to land it. Alright, here we go. Overdrive.
Why are you still running away like a coward, little baby? Come here. I've had enough of that. Alright, that's it. You're down, and now you're finally out. Down. Millionaire! Getting over to million. Credits will do this to you. All that done. A busted night was from the gold chest. Man, I hate when that happens. It's always been a pity. At least we're done with that. With all that done and taken care of, go back to the hangar and enjoy your new Skell license because you got everything done. We can do all those other missions, and we will be doing them in the future, but I'm gonna do them, actually, probably should show them off at least, because if you want to pick the other ones and know how to basically beat them, it makes sense for me. The missions require you to do a few of them at the following locations in the game. Type Squeak, it depends on which level you want to do, technically speaking. The one I did was the hardest. So we're gonna do that first, and then I'll show off the other one, and then we can finally go to the Skell license exam. So Sonanitia. Oh gosh, you never started offering my repair services to human customers. Big mistake. I'll fix something up, and they just wreck it again. No respect for their machines, right? No love. Did you also break something, perhaps? Sorry, but I'm folded up in a moment, aren't I? Can't take any new jobs till I work through this backlog, you see? I don't need anything repaired. Now I'll ask you to go, okay? I got the gathered materials I need right here, right, don't I? It's a full-time job cleaning up the messes you humans make, you know. I mean, you probably see machines as convenient things you use up and throw away, yes? I can agree with that one. Well, it's a tough mindset to understand for a man who grew up tinkering since he was old enough to hold a screwdriver, okay? Machines may not talk, but they got a part of the soul of whoever built or maintains them inside them, don't they? Well, anyway, I got to go stock up materials that get these repairs done, alright? We're gonna do this agenda. If you got no business, off you go, okay? I can do it. Oh, hey. Whoa. Technically speaking, you want to propose. I'm a dummy. Wait, you want to help me? Is there an alternative here? Is a pity, yes? I don't know what your angle is, but if you're offering, I'm agreeable, alright? Easy though, yes? Or even repairing a kitchen appliance can mean trekking outside the city. Are you sure you still want to help gather materials? Really sure? Not difficult. This requires you to go to Oblivia to grab the items, so not too difficult. What's your call? But if you say you'll do it, then I really need you to follow through, okay? These may look like busted machines to you, but turn to me. My patients are living creatures, you see? So please go find me some shiny parts to patch those broken down kitchen appliances up, alright? And I'll keep my expectations low. So low. Thank God, my throat was killing me. Okay, so ironically enough, one of them is actually requiring you to go after the 5 pizza strips. You want to know what makes this mission incredibly easy? All you have to do, technically speaking, is go online, go to rewards, go to material market, and then grab 3 more if you in case whatever number you need. And now you're done. Technically speaking, grabbing them off the weapons and all the enemies there is a better option, but I'd rather not. Don't bother, Tommy. You couldn't find any strip lighting or quality foods, did you? Well, I wasn't really counting on it anyway. Now, if you please leave me to my work. No, I have them right here. What? We're outside the city, yes? Put your life at risk for this appliance? Not really. Really not like all the humans who abuse their machines, are you? I should say machines to be handled with respect. Rise, Alexa didn't say yes. Your eyes say you're telling the truth, don't they? No. No. I don't believe it. Ever since I've been here, I've seen... Sunction and nice, yeah? Have you finished the repairs on the 2 military vehicles I asked about? You know, 2 vehicles, the blades ruined, yes. So sorry, but I haven't had the parts I need, do I? So I haven't been able to work on them. Humans make do with their scant resources, right? I don't hear them making excuses. You're dragging your feet and I'll test my new inventions out on you like I did in the old days. I got a flamethrower in the works, you know. Whoa. Wait, no. Please, no. I can find the oil somewhere, but Earth-made windshield glass is near impossible. I'm doing my best, okay? I should propose as well. Yo, really? You really that? Why all the help? This is my job, isn't it? There's no reason to go this far. It's natural, isn't it? You're the first person in the city to say that. I don't think I was too quick to judge your kind, perhaps. Maybe I was just cranky from being so overworked. Yes, wasn't all that. I can relate. Anyway, I appreciate it, okay? And while you're hunting down the parts, I'll fix this whole appliance. Or appliance. So, yeah, the next thing you need to do is outside the city. Technically speaking, the windshield glass is a unique part that's actually found in one particular area in the game. But the other parts, they are found a bit differently. First, you need to get extra cicadas, and then that's pretty much it. This is why it's going back to Sickle Rock Rise. I recommend going after something around your level because the other Sneculas are far higher in level.
Go you.
You know, I'm gonna spare myself the grief and agony, by the way. Just back to Material Market, get the one you need. The last thing you need to grab, though, is the windshield. Windshield is ironically enough found near the first placement site you ever did in the game. You can go up to a Snicula for them, by the way, but right now, without the Skell, you're not gonna be able to beat it very easily. Yeah, the Skell really makes or breaks certain fights, and some of them are worse if you don't have it. The vehicle breakage over here is actually required for that. Ironically enough, for whatever reason, it says you can grab the windshield of this thing, but the windshield is mostly buried. I don't know how or why, but I'm not gonna question it all that much. This is the last bit of this mission, though. So, thankfully for my sanity, there's one more mission to go, and then I can actually get the license in question. I'm only showing all the missions because it depends on the route you want to go. I will put timestamps in the description of the video to make this more convenient. Hello. Repaired that replacement. Found there. I repaired that appliance good as new and returned the little guy to its owner, didn't I? For the blade, you see, badly injured. Couldn't cook a decent meal for herself without it. Good thing I got to it early. No. Any luck with the materials in? I need honey oil and windshield glass, remember? Sure. These things aren't easy to find, are they? Must have been lots and lots of trouble, right? It was pretty rough. Believe it, okay? But I still don't understand why you'd go through all of that to just help me. What's this? You feel responsible because I'm fixing these things for Blade? Damn it. Fine, okay, I can see thick and feet. The reason my bladder is working as a mechanic for you humans, the reason I decided to repair a repair shop is, for that matter, because we both knew both our people could make it on this planet if we worked together, you know? Got so busy I lost sight of that, didn't I? So simple. But I still forgot. Well, I'm not about to get out gush you think you, son. That's not the kind of man I am. So just shut up and take this, okay? Thank you for money and experience. Any Manon is done. You're a blade, yes? Well, you can bring the stuff you break here anytime you want, alright? I'll fix it till I drop. Just promise me you'll use it to keep us safe, okay? Teamwork and all that? Oh, sure. We're in this together, right? You won't ever hear me whining like I'm the victim ever again, okay? Good luck out there, yes? Hold down the fort. Okay, around here. That's actually a required mission, so yeah, the fact you have to do those is kind of a little bit exhausting, but at the same time, can't really blame it. Next one is literally my nephew. Need something? Well, too bad, because none of these are operational right now. Some of the new blades did a real number on them, and now I gotta pick up the pieces. These kids got no love, I tell you. Think this is some kind of video game where they can wreck their ride and have a fix tomorrow. We're not freaking wizards here, you know? It takes materials to patch up a Skell, not to mention the labor and the technical know-how. You're a blade right, too, right? I figured cleaning up your co-workers' mess is part of your job. You're just helping me out? Nothing tricky, too tricky. I just need 40 pieces of Arcarin or wood. If you have them, I can repair these repairs done quick. Maybe not overnight, but I can do what I can. I can do that. That's what I like to hear. Hear that. Credit to the blades. You'll go far. Much appreciated. We got 4 pieces of Arcarin wood. Or would it bring it to me as far as reward? Let's see. May I interject, perhaps? You have to, Agnoria? Yeah, you mentioned Skell repairs, didn't you? Talking about the plate refill for the one that was brought in yesterday, right? Yeah, and what is the Agnoria's inefficient, is it not? One Noka Mirror Stone is all you need. Things like this is why you humans keep falling behind in technological advantages. No? Watch your mouth, pipsqueak. You bring it to the man on ship and we're refining into all the materials required for the repairs. Okay? And you can witness the workings of true science, can't you? Ha! You're on! You know, so you turn on one of those Nicholas mirrors, turn into an entire job's worth of materials. You basically already have the item. It's not exactly hard to find. But it's actually rare, so if you don't have it now, you're basically searching a while. Not easy. So, by going back to starboard, not the port side, we can actually go and deliver the item in question to him immediately. It's actually super simple.
Cool.
So, here you are. Yeah. Ah, yes, hello, welcome. You bring a nugget of my Earthstone, perhaps? Here you go, I have 9 of them. Not very high quality, is it? Supposed to make good use of an Earth-made scalp, perhaps. Would you wait a moment? I'll refine your materials like which you never only dreamed possible, okay? Done. I hope this serves our purposes. You were surprised that the refinement process was so quick, yes? Surprised at the total superiority of man-on technology? Of course you are. Science is the finest in all the universe, isn't it? Not only will these refined materials repair your scalp, but they also begin with its lacking defenses up to a reasonable standard. So, go on, take them to the human, waiting for them at the test hangar, okay? Yeah, they all geniuses. Science is really amazing. Man, that quote never stops making me laugh every single time. There's a lot of quotes in games I really like, and some are even TV shows. Ah, you're back. And here it comes, Agara. Yes, hello. I suspect that the materials are too much for humans' hands to manage, right? So I came by. Yeah, I bet. So where are all these materials you mine on refined? It's this alloy. Ah, them. Let's see how. Wait, this is. But that's not. Hold on here. Oh, that's how it works. Damn, man. That's actually pretty clever. Oh, sorry. Gotta nerd out for a minute. It's good. The materials are impressive. They've been refined using a process we never thought about. I can see how these would be a cinch to work with, and the results should be better than ever. Amazing stuff. Guess you may not win this round. Or yes, obviously. Perhaps you won't be so quick to doubt us in the future, okay? Nanotechnology is the finest in all the universe, you know? So will you share this refinement process with us? The technology would mean a drastic uptick in our efficiency. What? Oh, no. I'm sorry, that's probably not possible, is it? Why not? Because technology teaching is, in the pain and, that's the property science, yes? Yes, that. Can't go giving it away now, can I? So sorry, my decision is final, okay? Bruh. That little thing. Here I swallow my pride and admit defeat, and how he responds. Now, you blades are old hat at negotiating with races, right? Think you can persuade them to share that tech with us? No, for you, of course. I intend to pay them a fair price for the information. If it comes this far, why not see it through to the end, yes? Don't worry, you'll find out a little bit more about the man-on race and what they enjoy the most. Back to the ship we go. I find the hilariousness of the fact that once I'm back at the ship and I realize when I'm done with the episode recording, it's actually just gonna be around 30 minutes. I gotta more business with me, yes? Unfortunately, I have none of you, okay? Sorry, so sorry. Bye now, yes? A new deal? I take it that by your choice of words, you're offering some information or object of value in return then. Let's give him specialty products from Earth. I'm very interested in your specialty products, yes? Very interested. And what is it that you'll be willing to offer? Let's go with food. Food, yes, food? I can see the cuisine alone. Earth cuisine shows remarkable promise, doesn't it? I see little reason to trade for it when I only need to walk into town to eat it, right? However, if you insist, I'm willing to try a local delicacy in New LA. The area in question you need to go to in order to get the delicacy done is just any one of the places in the game. However, you have to pick the one that is actually good for the man-on. The man-on love one particular thing in the game. They love it. Ironically enough, it's one of the things they love the most. So, in fact, I'm gonna change time to daytime because unfortunately they're not open at nighttime. Yeah, it's a place that's only open at day. As you can see, there is not a lot of people here, but if you go by the way across the street, you'll see a bunch of Manon going to this person hovering around Powell.
Move out! Pour that
Welcome to Army Pizza. Unfortunately, I ran out of dough for the day, so all I got left are frozen pizzas. Fine, it's only 1,000 credits and just as good as the fresh. That's Army Pizza guaranteed. I'll buy it. Frozen or no, I put love in all of my pies. I guarantee they'll taste will blow you away. I keep slipping on my sentences. I really need to stop doing that. Technically speaking, you gotta go to every location. However, the thing you want the most out of cuisine is that. Pauline! Also, you have to try my house special. It's Charlotte Bommy, that juicy hamburger with all the trimmings, just 700 credits. Sure. Want to try one? I'm popping on from the grill, though. Sure to knock you off your sock man on, friend. What socks? I don't wear socks. So, the next and last thing is, well, if you know correctly, Joe and Coffee.
Welcome.
Hey there, welcome to the Sunshine Cafe. What's that? You need a LA food? We come to the right place because there's nothing more iconic than our famous Sunday dog. There's a hot dog at the works, guaranteed to stay molten lava hot. The first bite to the last, and talk about a bargain. This bad boy is only 600 credits. Order up, and don't worry, this baby will rock the pants out of your Xeno buddy, assuming he wears pants. Oh, and it's super hot, so be careful carrying it. So, you had to buy all of them at once, so you had no choice in the matter. So, by going back to the ship, and now we're back here entirely, Agadaba has a favorite food. His entire race loves this food. You brought the American delicacy? Then you try your personal recommendation so I may sample it. Give him the frozen pizza. Oh, what's this? Ah, this is pizza. Its chilled surface glistens with frozen flavor, does it not? And do I not feel with you? This is amazing, isn't it? I think my mouth may be alive for the first time. The texture, yes. The crunchy cheese, yes. The unyielding pepperoni, yes. What's that? You mean to eat it first? It doesn't matter. No, nothing matters except pizza, culinary jewel of all the cosmos. Even a story king whose wrath rent plants entwined would bow before the sheer force of this deliciousness. Would he not? I give that thanks I was born. Thank you, mother. Thank you, father. Great. Yes? What? Oh, our material refinement technique. Next to this piece offering, that old thing seems tendable to an insult, doesn't it? Though, note, it will not stop me from doing so. Your deal, friend. If you accept it, of course. This silly little technology tidbit is for a taste of the quill of the Destroyer King. Seems like an unfair amount, almost, doesn't it? Or are you certain, right? Then I have no objection. But teaching you the fire method seems inefficient, you know? I have something for your service from now on. Serious results, I assume you have no further qualms. It does not matter, the situation applies. But I'd rather we basically are making this a far simpler trade. Your understanding is much appreciated, you know? So, at this point, I'm promising regular deliveries of the materials you seek. This is agreeable, yes? Lovely, this is the most successful negotiation it has in it. How fortunate that we are to witness to both our cultures take a grand step towards this day, right? Look forward greatly to what else our partnership may yield, okay? Okay. Their favorite food of the Manon is pizza. Now I am not kidding. This is actually a required mission for the actual ship as well in the industrial district. An energy clip again. Really useful. So now we're done with all that. We basically got everything else done. The last thing we need to do is finally get that blasted license. We're back in the hangar. We can finally go after the license in question. Hi, Walter.
Oh.
Commander Vanderham told me you'd be stopping by to take the Skell license exam. Get the certifications for the A proficiency exams. All here. Yep, looks like a full set. Nice work. We're ready for the front-wearing exam. No stress is a simple verbal quiz. You had you run missions for each of the divisions, and there's a reason for that. Here to guess what it might be. They better understand the deuce. Exactly, now you got a feeling for each one's particular flavor. Hopefully, it'll give you a few ideas how you put a Skell to use. Anyway, the one reason, there's another. There aren't exactly enough Skells to go around all the divisions. Sometimes situations arise where people have to cross division lines to cooperate to get things done. For efficiency's sake, it's important that everyone knows how the other divisions work. Makes sense. I can understand this. Good. Now you're cleared to own and operate a Skell. I authorize your license now! Also, share some good news. Looks like you're getting a free Skell Complaints of Fandom. It's parked in the hangar in the back. Go to your stuff and give it a test ride. Thank you. Just doing my job, really. Fandom is the one you should be thanking. I just expect big things from you. It's rare. It's a rare day. The rookie pirate gets issued a Skell free of charge. I look forward to seeing what you do with it. Go to the back, and finally, get your Skell. You have now obtained a Skell, and you can now use Skells for all your party members. The Skell has amazing advantages compared to your regular combat. Cockpit Time is the special mode that allows us to use an art and basically be invincible and gain more damage. When a Skell is destroyed, though, there's a quick time event that basically means if you don't time it right, you basically lose a license. Or rather, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh yeah, insurance. Skells have advantages over the regular things in the game. So in fact, let's go and equip the Skell, which we have right now. We have available to Skell gear. Skell gear means we can actually modify the weapons of anything we own. This includes any weapons you picked up. All those weapons, by the way, from those perg, yes, you basically can get them here and basically use them. Next is back weapons, of course. Heat cannon we can't equip right now because it's level 30. So unfortunately for me, I have the right cannon left. Next one would be, of course, being the damage output. The Skell itself really does a lot of damage when you have everything going. However, other weapons are not easy to get. Left arm and right arm weapons aren't available to anything in the game. So you're basically going to be running into the issue of not doing as much damage as you. Alternatively speaking, I recommend having a good min-max set so that way you can have a Skell. Sadly though, for what I got right now, I can't equip everything, so sucky. Instead though, a Skell has two priorities you can do. One is movement. It's faster to move on a Skell than it is walking. There is another way to move faster in the Skell. They have the ability to transform into a vehicle mode that increases their speed and movement to a massive higher degree. This means you can go through areas far faster than simply walking. Another thing is these Skells are, well, a little bit more special than they may appear to be. Let me give you an example. Let's go back to, say, I'm gonna go back to Messiah Fortress. Mesa Fortress is actually where I want to be because if you manage to slip by these enemies, I'll cut this out. As you can see, there's a pro placement site. Go into vehicle mode. Drive off. Then jump immediately, and you can get into the area Yawning Giant. Basically, you get to FN Site 304 without having to need the ability to fly. Really simple. Also, the Skell you get from the freebie is basically the only level 20 Skell that you get in the original game. In the definitive version, there's another. However, I'm not going to bother talking about that one because there's no reason to. Another thing about the Skells is that they automatically give 20% of their defense to every other party member, depending on how many Skells are on the field. 2 Skells will mean 40% for everyone. That's the last party member that's not equipped to a Skell. And if you have 3 of them, basically the last party member gets at least 60 to 80%. Really useful. However, Skells also have one limitation. In combat, they use fuel. Run out of fuel, you basically lose the ability to use a Skell. Basically, what you need to do is make sure to not run out of fuel. If you want to refuel fuel, it's actually very simple. You basically just have to go after Murnium in the game. Now you're probably wondering, what are the Skells based on? Because they seem very unique. The designer of the Skells was actually the guy who designed all the Skells, or rather, all the Gundams in Gundam 00. Yes, basically that guy. He designed all of these. There are 3 different types of Skells, each being light, medium, middle, and heavy, but we can't talk about them yet because there's one fatal flaw. In order to get new Skells, unfortunately, one of the biggest weaknesses of this game is you need to be level 30 before you can equip Skells or get new ones, because every Skell is locked out to you when you don't have level 30. As you can see, it's also bad. Another thing is, the Skells that you see are pricey. Very pricey. You're basically going to be spending a lot of money to get these Skells. And pretty much they go up to a very high level when you get Skells done. Another thing is you can buy Skell weapons and buy everything you need here. However, you also want to buy the weapons you want to get in particular. Ironically enough, these Skell weapons are actually, well, very important for you. You want to get at least the best ones you possibly can get. However, level 20 gear is outdated by every standard of the word, and right now they don't really do a whole lot. Yeah, it kind of sucks when you think about it hard enough. So, besides that though, I really can't say it's easy. I recommend at least having something equipped to your Skell, because that way you have at least some gear onto your Skell. The one problem about the Skell that I personally don't like is the fact that the Skell's arm equipment, no matter what, has to be bought. Yeah, I don't like it either. Basically, you can customize the Skell to any point you wish. You can even customize the coloration, everything onto a Skell. And Alexa actually enjoys Skells because guess what? Her Skells actually benefit Skells. By the way, I forgot to talk about the Skills and arts. We got some new things available to us. We actually got access to the Samurai Soul, which is unique to my class alone. Decently useful, it actually increases my area effect range for melee auto attacks, boosts the attack power of damage after taking damage, and reduces secondary cooldowns. Sadly though, that's where the positives end. We got a bunch more for Fog, however Fog doesn't really get all that much for now. He's basically waiting until he gets higher level in order to get access to the best things in the game, so kinda can't fall for that. We got access for more Alexa. She actually got Overclock, which she does get boost fuel. But besides that though, there's new Skills available to me. I think I actually got one that I really do want. This one in particular is actually one of the ones that you really want to equip to you if you want to maximize your TP usage. Go and get rid of something you don't really need. I'm going to get rid of Confrontation Edge because I don't need it. This one in particular is actually very useful for me because what it does is basically increase my TP every time I activate Overdrive. You can combo this with other skills in order to basically give yourself another Overdrive, and you can keep going a fit. That's what I was waiting on. Now, honestly speaking, we've been through a lot, and honestly, I'm getting tired. So, I think we're gonna stop here for now by going back to the Blade Barracks. And then I think we're gonna end this off right here. Next time on Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition. There's something new on the block that's only available in the Definitive Edition. So, let's go check it out next time. See you all then.